Shalom. Shalom and welcome. This is man's final steps. This is man's final steps. We have indeed reached end times. Man's final step is a continuing series to those who will be among the ranks of the 144,000 and multitude mentioned in Revelations chapter 7 and 14. Today is February 20th, 2014. My name is Symmanayah, and this continues the messages in which I am pressed to present to you, my brothers and sisters. Again, greetings. My brothers and sisters, in a sea of labels and titles, we will discover obedient action speaks louder than words. Over many years, I have witnessed individuals who are quick to grasp titles, as well as those who prefer to tell you what you are seeing from them. A good example is one who calls himself a prophet, a moray, a teacher, a priest, a pastor, a shepherd, but yet we do not see in their ministry the actions that line up with scriptures. Another good example is when someone tells you that they are speaking to you in love, but their actions don't line up with scriptures, nor does your spirit bear witness to theirs. I have also seen individuals quick to say that they are humble, thinking because they tell you that they are being humble, you're supposed to believe it when your spirit, as guided by the Spirit of Yahusha, tells you differently. Then there are, of course, the self-patronizing bunch. Those who are quick to validate one another and pat each other on the back and say, yeah, you're a moray, I'm a moray. You're a prophet, I'm a prophet. You're a priest, I'm a priest. You've seen it, without any evidence that they are sensitive to the living instructions, guidance, and presence of the Spirit of Yahusha. You've seen these types. They are akin to loud noises coming from open graves and have no life in them. There are those who have been overtaken by them, who have succumbed to their false teachings, but this too will be laid waste and come to an end among the children of obedience. Again, I've entitled this segment, Obedient Actions Speaks Louder Than Words. I submit to you, my brothers and sisters, it is time for us to pray earnestly, study, and yield to the direction of the Spirit of Yahusha to discern and understand how to righteously describe any actions we witness coming from any individual, regardless of what they are telling you. Anyone who constantly pushes their title at you should be scrutinized, examined with a righteous eye and ear. Anyone who pushes their titles at you, we should look at, we should pray, we should seek to discern, as well as with any brother or sister, we should seek to discern what it is we witness in their behaviors, in their worship, in their practices. Allow me to present some scriptures. 1 Corinthians 4:20 reads, "For the reign of Elohim is not in speech, but in power." Matthew 22:29 reads, "And Yahusha answered said to them, You go astray, not knowing the scriptures, nor the power of Elohim." That was Matthew 22:29. Acts 1:6-8 read, "So when they had come together, they asked him, saying, Master, would you at this time restore the reign of Yahusha? And he said to them, It is not for you to know times or seasons which the Father has put in his own authority. But you shall receive power when the set-apart Spirit has come upon you, and you shall be my witnesses in Jerusalem and all Yehuda and Samaria and to the end of the earth." My brothers and sisters, clearly throughout scriptures, we have grown to know the difference between true power from the Almighty Father Yahuwah. Clearly we have witnessed true power in the witness of Yahushua Mashiach working through us, in us, one towards another, and making his words alive. Let us therefore realize as we press into these end times, we will clearly begin to see a magnification of the power and strength provided by the Spirit of Yahusha. We will find ourselves coming away from the folly of individuals tossing labels and titles around erroneously. Yes, we will be witness to the purging of such erroneous and wicked behavior. The Almighty Father Yahuwah has sent his set-apart Spirit in Yahusha's name to teach us and to bring anything he has said to us to remembrance. During these intense times, to come, we will come to appreciate the function of true discernment, understanding, and right rulings. We will come to understand the value of knowing how to be righteously obedient. We will come to know how important it is to recognize that obedient actions speaks louder than words. Sure, we will probably see many who will say this does not take much effort to know these words are true. But how many of us have witnessed individuals whose actions speak louder than words, whose actions bring balance to their agreement to this belief? Allow me to present some more scriptures. Psalm 12:3 reads, Yahuwah does cut off all flattering lips, a tongue that speaks swelling words. That was Psalms 12:3. Psalm 37:30 reads, the mouth of the righteous speaks wisdom, and his tongue talks of right ruling. Proverbs 10:31, the mouth of the righteous bring forth wisdom, but the tongue of perverseness is cut out. Proverbs 12:19, the lip of truth is established forever, but a lying tongue is but for a moment. That was Proverbs 12:19. James 3:4-6 read, look at the ships too. Although they are so big and are driven by strong winds, they are turned by a very small rudder wherever the pilot intends. So too the tongue is a little member, yet boasts greatly. See how a little fire kindles a great forest? And the tongue is a fire, the world of unrighteousness. Among our members the tongue is set, the one defiling the entire body, and setting on fire the wheel of life, and it is set on fire by Gehenna. That was James 3:4-6. 1 Peter 3:10 reads, for he who wishes to love life and see good days, let him keep his tongue from evil, and his lips from speaking deceit. 1 John 3:18 reads as follows, my little children, let us not love in word or in tongue, but in deed and in truth. My brothers and sisters, as you ponder and pray on this message regarding obedient actions speak louder than words, know that there are wicked ones who will take these scriptures and press them upon you as well. Yes, there are those who are wicked and evil, who will race to present words from scriptures first. You've seen them, those who want to speak out quickly with a sharp tongue. Those who think in their minds they can out-talk you, or in their minds they can outthink you. Those who think by racing and presenting scriptures in a manipulative way that they can win and control. Be aware of those who quickly utter sound versus knowing how to righteously reason, versus those who know when to be quiet, when to ask questions, when to actively and functionally listen attentively. Beware of these individuals who are quick to just throw words and race against you, who think it is by these they can put the weights around your neck as a yoke and manipulate you, manipulate us. Let's beware of those who quickly echo sounds of instructions and reproof, but are void of knowing the presence of the Spirit of Yahusha. These are end times, my brothers and sisters. Famine, drought, pestilence, and disease are on the rise. They will continue to increase and be magnified. They will reach the face of every living individual on this planet. We will be weakened physically, mentally. Pride will come to a halt among the children of obedience, and in our humility and in being made humble in our weakness, we will discover the power of the Spirit of Yahusha among us, in us, working through us, one towards another, as well as through his chosen leaders, his chosen mores, his chosen teachers, his chosen prophets. We will witness those who are being used by the Spirit of Yahusha execute all that is given to them to present towards building the body of the Spirit of the Almighty Father's children. Yes, we will come together in unity, my brothers and sisters. These are indeed man's final steps. The 144,000 and multitude will emerge. We will be a refined and unified group as humbling events take their position in our lives. I realize this journey is complex as well as very challenging to say the least. But let us learn to trust in the promises, the covenant made by the Almighty Father Yahuwah to his children. Let us come to trust that the Spirit of Yahusha will indeed teach us and bring things to remembrance that he said to us, through us, one towards another. Be encouraged, my brothers and sisters. Know, soon and very soon, the fellowship of the children of obedience will come to be. We will witness extraordinary events of which we will face many diverse emotions and challenges along the way. We will witness these things as participants of end-time prophecy like never before. Remember, my brothers, my sisters, obedient actions speak louder than words, of which we will witness the power and the might, the strength of the Spirit of Yahusha function among us, one towards another and through his chosen leaders and through his messengers. Until next time, my brothers, my sisters, my family, stay tuned as this series, Man's Final Steps, continues. Shalom, shalom, shalom.